Hi, this is John Wilsey. I'm a Principal Solutions Architect at ScienceLogic, and I'm here to give you an overview of the new UI, show you how to navigate around, point out some quick tips, and more. Alright, so across the top is this blue bar, and it tells you first what area of the product we're in. We're on the event screen. Also over here we have your name of whoever is logged in and the logo, which can be changed based on themes. Underneath your name there's the About menu. You can go to the About menu and that tells you about the ScienceLogic platform, all the version and detailed information that might be needed one day for support. If you call in, they might ask you what versions you're running and what's installed, and this will give them all that information. We also have under the settings the theme capability. So a lot of folks have wanted to change the theme in the new UI to their corporate theme. So we've got a couple samples. You can also go ahead and create a new one. So you can replace the logo, go to a light or a dark theme, go ahead and pick your colors of what may match your corporate environment. And when you get it all the way you'll want it, you can go ahead and save that off, and that'll become your new theme. I'm not an artist, so I'm not going to go with that one. I'm going to click cancel. Also, under this menu, you've got help, which is contextual. So if you're in the dashboard area of the product, you go to help. It'll take you to the dashboard help information. So you don't have to look through and find the help documents for where you're at. It takes you right there. Also, the log off is in there. So I think that kind of covers the top bar. On the left-hand side, we have a quick menu that gets the major areas of the product. So we've got dashboards, we've got events, devices, services, and then depending on what you have enabled or purchased with SL1, you may also be able to get the machine learning, applications, and then there's also the maps area of the product. So that's over here on the left side. At the top, we have this main menu selection. It looks like 3 horizontal lines. Some people call that the hamburger menu. But you go ahead and click on that, and that opens up the full capabilities. So we have, for instance, under events, we have the things that are related to events. Oops, sorry, I double-clicked there. The event policies, if you want to edit policies, look at the suppressions, all the related event things. Similarly, under devices, you have something similar, the device manager, vanish devices, device classes, etc. So all the similar things are in the areas you're used to. Registry system are there, very similar contents to what was in EM7. And at the bottom of the screen here, there's an advanced menu. So you could also come here, do, for instance, a Control F and type in anything you're trying to find. This is a complete list of all the different areas that exist within the UI. So sometimes I'll come here and do a Control F and boom, it'll find it for me right away. All right, well, next let's look at the devices. That's one of the first places people usually go to. And I'll go ahead and hide that menu now. So this screen is a table view, and there's a lot of area of the products where we list information in these table views. So I thought this would be a good place to kind of introduce some of the concepts that are there. Over on the left here, we have this little gear or cog, and this lets you select the columns that are available to you. So for instance, if you don't want to see something, you can turn it off, or if you decide, oh, I do want that, click it on or off, and that adds the columns in. The columns are all resizable, which a lot of folks have asked for, so you can grab it and change it around. I actually just clicked on the sort as well, so there's a sort. We're now in reverse order. So these are all adjustable. They also get remembered, so you don't have to hit save. It just automatically remembers your column settings next time you come to the page by default. On the right-hand side, there's also the ellipses, so you get the commands of what you want to do here. If you want to assign an icon to the device or an organization change, you can do that on a device-by-device level, and these capabilities are evolving with each release. You can also select over here devices one by one. As you do it, notice at the bottom we get kind of the bulk select menu pops up, so we can apply those changes to all devices, or you can do everything in one shot there with the bulk command. The last thing I think I want to point out is the search. So you can go up here and search for anything you're looking for. I'm going to search for LAN. Hit enter, and it's going to quickly come back with everything that matches LAN. I have a bunch of devices that have that in the name. I'll give you another example real quick. System. Go ahead and type in system, and it'll do a match. And here it's actually looking across all the columns. So in this case, for instance, there's some device classes that have the word system in them, organization system. If I have names with system, it'll match those as well. So you could match across any. You also, I don't know if I kind of went a little bit fast. I'll go a little bit slower this time, but I could also go slower and do system, and it lists in a bunch of filters. What might I want? And I say, all right, I just want organization system. And now I get all the devices that match that. So that's a real quick introduction into how that search works. All right, I did think of a couple things that I want to also show you. Let me go back and sort this in alphabetical order. So we'll just click on that a couple of times. And I'm going to look at what we call the quick look drawer. So I'm going to go ahead and click over here on the left. These little kind of upside down carrots or down arrow symbols. If we click on that, it's going to go ahead and give us a drawer where we get right away the vitals. So we don't have to actually drill in. We can just at a glance, how's this doing? We get a list of the vitals within the graph here. We have the tools if we want to ping that device or do different sort of ad hoc tests against it. Those pop up right there. And we also get the history of what are all the things that have happened recently against this device. We have a quick access to the device log. So just at a glance, we can get some nice information that should save folks a lot of time. If you do want to get more information, you can go ahead and drill down the device. Just point to the device name and click, and that'll take us into the device investigator where we can get additional details into that device. The last thing I'll point out are some dashboards. So the dashboards have been completely revamped. Everyone who's used them so far has said they're easier. They can do things a lot quicker with the new dashboards. So there's a lot of dashboards. You can go to the portal, just type in SL1 dashboards, and then that'll give you a list of all the different power packs that we have updated dashboards for, or you can just search for any technology you want. So for instance, if you want Amazon or AWS, you can go ahead and do that. We'll just go ahead and click on one of the dashboards here, and we'll pull up, for instance, the server hot sheet, and we get the, as this loads up, we'll have the list of servers here on the left-hand side. And for each of the servers, we can go ahead and click and change, and it's real interactive and contextual. We can get the updated statistics for whichever of the systems we go ahead and click on. All right, well, I think that is a quick, good introduction there to the new UI. Thanks for watching.